Tonight, Tulsa City Councilors are set to vote on changing ordinances involving human rights in order to make them more consistent, including any city contractor work. But one trade association is against the idea. 2 News Oklahoma senior reporter Justin Ayer spoke with the AOGC's executive director, that's the Association of Oklahoma General Contractors, about why he feels it could slow down road work in Tulsa.
I probably don't need to tell you this, but there is plenty of road work to go around here in Tulsa and not enough contractors to do it. The executive director tells me that if they need to update contracts to put in this new ordinance language, it's just going to get more complex than it already is. And he says if that's the case, some contractors might even back out. Bobby Stem says this and this don't mix well. But let's be clear.
Do you agree with equal opportunities in the workforce?
I do.
The OAGC executive director says he could care less about your gender or skin color. If you're a hard worker, that's good enough.
We don't need politics behind the barrels. It's a dangerous place to be. We've got to be delivering these services for Tulsans.
Last week, the Tulsa City Council considered an ordinance introduced by District 4 Councilor Krista Patrick and backed by Oklahomans for Equality. If approved, it would provide more consistent language regarding protection from age, disability, gender expression, gender identity, sex, sexual orientation, race, and religion throughout the municipal code.
What do these issues have to do with building roads and bridges? What would you say to that?
They don't have anything to do with building roads and bridges.
But where STEM says they could get in the way is when specific human rights language is mandated to be on a contract.
The fact that it is that population, that it is the LGBT community, we could find ourselves with our own contracts becoming part of lawsuits that only distract us from our mission. Our mission is to get out there and fix these streets for Tulsans, not to be out there trying to figure out how we adjust our contract to make everybody happy.
Dorothy Ballard with Oklahomans for Equality says the whole point is to codify language.
They're getting hung up on the language, but we're being specific in the way that the federal government has recently become specific in their language. Sexual orientation and gender expression now fall under the definition of sex.
Which got me thinking.
This kind of language is being put in place in cities across the country. What makes Tulsa different?
Is Tulsa having a hard time getting contractors to come work here?
The Oklahomans for Equality group says Tulsa is not a place for hate or discrimination, and no city should be, and that needs to be made clear. The city council meeting is underway as we speak. We'll keep you posted what city councilors decide. In Tulsa, Justin Ayer, 2 News, Oklahoma.
And the AOGC says they are in favor of a broad statement protecting equal rights on all contracts. But Oklahomans for Equality say that the language needs to be both updated and consistent, ensuring all Tulsans are protected from discrimination.